All right, all right. Welcome back to another community breakdown. Today we are in Lake Wales, Florida. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. The guests that I bring on to the show are agents that are in my area, actually agents that are on my team here, rock stars like Miss Crystal Maddox here. And we're going to give you a full driving tour of this community here. We're going to talk about the numbers. We're going to give you a community walkthrough, a home tour. I'm over here distracted by this KB community to the right. Have we done this one yet on the right-hand side?
No, I believe that one's just townhomes, and they're
Oh, okay.
just
Gotcha.
really
Gotcha. Gotcha.
there's nothing built to look at yet. So,
Breaking away from the traditional intro to the community or to the show here. But Miss Crystal Maddox, thank you so much for joining us.
yes, my pleasure.
So we're looking at a community that you have quite a bit of experience in. Yeah.
Yes, been out here a few times. It's a great location. It's kind of just getting built up in this area.
Mm-hmm.
It still feels very country out
Mm-hmm.
there, but you are really close to Highway 27 and the public shopping center and everything that's right there. So it's very convenient.
All right. The boring stuff.
Mhm.
Orlando, Tampa, Lakeland. All right, we're getting into some territory that people have questions about, right? We don't really show a
Mhm.
lot on the channel, but we do have clients that live in this city. So here's Haines City. Here's Davenport, Haines City. Here's Lake Hamilton. We've been showing off Scenic Terrace. Just south of that, you have the city of Lake Wales. Here's Lake Wales. This is technically in Lake Wales over here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you do have a public shopping center about 6 minutes away. You do have downtown Lake Wales about 10 minutes away. There's a lot going on down there. They put a lot of money, or they're putting a lot of money into their downtown. You're about 16 minutes away from Legoland, 53 minutes to Disney World, about an hour and 17 minutes to downtown Tampa, and about an hour and 13 minutes to downtown Orlando. So you're literally in the middle of both of them.
Yeah, where that public shopping center is, there's also an Aldi across the street.
Mm-hmm.
There's Walgreens. There's the Wawa gas station, racetrack not far down the road. You have Kohl's there, and Pets. Is it PetSmart is the one that's right there. There's a couple like a sushi place and some different stuff in that shopping center.
I probably should have mentioned, like, you're referring to this area right here.
Yeah, there's a
This
lot in that
This is a
area.
mall.
It
I probably
is.
should have mentioned that. This is an actual mall, movie theaters, bowling alley, all of that, right? So this is the public shopping center. So 6 minutes away from a mall. We probably should mention that. Yeah.
Yes, Rack Room Shoes is
Yeah.
about the main store we ever visit there.
Yeah, so I mean, the mall is not it's not a very active mall, but I think that there's so much room for potential there, especially being off Highway 27. The one thing that I think Lake Wales has going for themselves in the future is that you have Highway 60, right, that goes east and west from one coast
Hmm.
to another, just like Interstate I-4, except Highway 60, no traffic. No traffic. So if you're somebody that needs to go to Tampa often, take 60 into Tampa. Orlando's a little bit of a different story. You kind of have to go up to Interstate I-4. So, but another thing too, and I'm gonna let you run through these numbers while we're waiting at this stoplight right here.
Okay.
Downtown Lake Wales. I think that they recently put $30 million into revitalizing the downtown with, some streetscape. They're redoing some of the buildings. I think there's a brewery down there right now. There's a lot
Oh yeah.
coming to that area,
Yeah, downtown Lake Wales is great. It really is.
and you're 9 minutes from there. So, um,
Yeah.
but the reason we do these is so you can actually get a visual of what it looks like driving into the community. Obviously, we're at a stoplight. I'm gonna bump us forward up a little bit, and you get to see the entryway. How many homes in this community?
There are going to be 140 homes total in the community, and 131 of them are Richmond American. There's a few Starlight homes
Okay.
in the community,
Yeah.
which the price isn't different enough to, I think, even show you because we like the quality of the Richmond American homes. We know that that's something we're
We
a
are
fan
fans of it.
of.
Yeah, we
Builder.
are. We are. We are. We're big fans of Richmond for sure, and mainly because of the price point. I feel like if Richmond was in a different category, right? Like if they weren't boxing it out with the Starlights and the DR Hortons, like then they would be a little more comparable with some of those other builders. But why not take advantage of that and get a great deal on a home that they do a lot to, a lot of finishes,
That's right.
so. All right. What about the fees out here? What are they going to be getting with the amenities and such?
So your HOA is only going to be $50 a month. There are no amenities. This is a simple community, 140 homes. No, it's not very big. There's no CDD though. So if you're wanting to get away from CDD, you don't mind having a little HOA fee, then this is a great community for you. It is also a USDA eligible neighborhood.
That's huge.
So that we don't see as often anymore. USDA, you can probably fill in a little more details. It's 100% loan. You
Yep.
don't have to do a down payment. There is an extra fee, like a mortgage insurance,
The mortgage.
added to your payment. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
you're not putting any money down.
yeah, USDA, if you qualify, what they're saying is this is an eligible area. There are not a lot of eligible areas out there anymore. It's typically a rural area.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you qualify, and here's the thing with USDA, if you have too good of insurance, if you have too good of a I'm drawing a blank right here too. Your credit score. Okay. So if your
Yeah.
credit score is too good, then you don't qualify. There's like this weird medium that you have to be in, right? So I would say anywhere between the mid fives to maybe the mid sixes. I think if you start to really climb into the sevens on your credit score, you won't qualify for USDA.
Yeah, I think it's income based too. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Once again, we're
yes,
not the lenders, but we have great lenders that can help you out with that. Good to know that this community does offer that for those people that might need a little bit of assistance with that 0% down.
yeah. The base price in this community is around 280,000 for a home. So,
That's huge. 280.
yeah.
Cool.
And they don't go much above the 350 range. I guess it just depends on if there's any extra features in the home, but they're pretty much what you see is what you get. They're specking them out. I was looking at our a little form there. If my eyes look a little crazy in the video, but they're pretty
Your
much
eyes look
what you see
blue.
is what you get. Okay. Hey, and it's a blue sky. I got a good video, bright sunny
You
day.
do. Yay. I wish I had my sound effects now. But yeah, um, I hate to feel like I was picking on you about that. But yes, she does do tours when there are blue skies out. Great job.
Yes. So the model homes do have some things in them that you're not going to get really in any of the spec homes
Mhm.
in this community. So I don't necessarily love it when they do that, but it does give you an idea of what you could do. Like if you want to add a backsplash or something fancy, in the home, you can see what it's going to look like once you move in and you put your finishes in there. So,
I love the fact that we're looking at a spec today. We did it
mhm.
earlier with Corey, but like you said, it shows them exactly what you are buying. It's not
Yeah.
dressed up and dolled up, which is huge right here. Um, Anything else about this community before we jump into the home tour that you might add, other
Um,
than watching out for like these tractors and forklifts?
If you have kids, you will be zoned for Spook Hill Elementary and McLaughlin Middle School. Surprisingly, it's zoned for Winter Haven High School. That was kind of surprising to me. You would think it would be Lake Wales, but there are some great charter schools in Lake Wales too, especially when you get into middle school. Bach Academy is a very highly sought after school. They have two campuses, Bach South and Bach North. And I had a child that went to Bach South for eighth grade. He absolutely loved it, had a
Did he?
great experience there.
They're graded
Yes,
really well. Bach is graded a good school.
he was outside a lot, doing stuff outside in the lake, collecting specimens for science class,
That's huge.
swimming for PE. Like he was outside all the time, which was great for him. Um, so that's a great school. And then Lake Wales High School is um, has good grades too. And if you look up on any of the scoring sites, they are a charter school. So you can put in a request to go there if you're not zoned for the school. And I believe if you go to Bach or one of the other charter schools, you're more likely to
Yeah.
be able to go on to Lake Wales High School. So,
Absolutely. And Lake Wales is actually a good school for sports as well. Their football team won state recently. Their softball team, I think, got beat on their way to state, but they usually have a good run going in. So definitely a good school for those people who like sports, for sure.
right.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
No, let's
Let's
get to it. Let's
let's
see the
get
house.
right to it. Link down below. Make sure you check your home's value. Super easy. Zillow said this. We sold for this. True story. Link in the description down below. Okay, let's talk about the specs of this home here.
Okay. This is the Ruby floor plan. It's a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom home, 1,910 square feet.
Awesome. Cool. Four
This
two
particular,
nine ten.
yes,
Gotcha.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. I was going to say this particular spec is sold, but they do have 4 move-in readies, um, ready to go right now, and they range in price from anywhere from 309,000 up to 328,000. So they
These
do
are
have
affordable.
slightly different features.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's a great
It,
price.
it's it four two great price. 1,900 square foot. It's kind of that sweet spot for the people that are in that 4.2 range. The elevations that you do get, you were driving through the community earlier. Just click back through. It's the beauty of having all of this stuff here. So I can tell that these are the Richmond homes right here. But let me show
Mhm.
you. These are not the Richmond homes, right? And you see
Right.
how kind of basic they're looking on the outside, and then you jump over to a Richmond home, right? And then you have the stone elevation. So they're throwing a lot at you for under 320. Like I'd love to guess what the price of this one is at the very end. You haven't given the price yet, have you?
I did not get the price for this particular one. So
There's not
forgive
much
me for
of
that.
I mean between 380 and 350 max. I mean this is
Yeah.
going to be probably 319 if that.
Yes. So I was looking through that, for that today to see what this one sold for, and I did not ask that question. So some note for next time to make sure I have that. But I do know that the ones that are available, there's one available as low as 309,000 that has luxury vinyl plank. It has a sliding barn door in
Oh
the
nice. The
master
bathroom?
bedroom
Yeah.
going into the bathroom. Some models do, some models don't. Some have a regular door, some have no door. There's another one that's at 328,000. I was looking at it trying to see why. It's not a corner lot or anything like that. It does have tile instead, and I think it has those additional windows that are sometimes there in the master bedroom
Okay.
where they'll have the windows framing the bed. So some models have those windows. We'll see what this one has. I know
Something
the
to look out
model
for.
home does, but
So
yeah.
the wood looking tile, right? Like these are finishes that you're going to see in those move up homes. Another thing too was the size of this freaking closet here. Like this was well, you'll notice the 8 foot doorways. Like Richmond does a good job of making, the ceilings really tall and the doorways really tall. Look how big that closet is right there. And that's like a secondary room.
Right.
So that's good.
Yeah, coat closet as well.
Must have.
Someone just busted in the room.
What's your thoughts
Thought
on
I locked the
the wood
door.
looking tile versus the LVP?
Go ahead and say that again. I missed it. I'm sorry.
You're good. What's your thoughts on the wood looking tile versus the LVP?
I like a high quality LVP better
Yeah.
personally because it looks more like wood to me. And I hate grout. I
Yeah,
just
I
hate
was
grout.
I was talking to Corey earlier today, so the episode that everybody saw earlier this week before they see this one, and I said that I think I'm like the 1% that prefers the wood looking tile, and I'm okay with that. But yes, LVP looks great. Corey made up. He said something that was actually really big. It's just really seamless. You don't see the grout, right? And
Yeah.
maybe I'm okay with cleaning grout. Maybe I never cleaned grout before, so that's why I'm okay with it. Who knows? But the kitchen, let's see here. So they always do the soft close drawers. This looks like
Mhm.
some sort of quartz here, but I love the big deep sink, the appliances that are within the home here. And do you know if they gave the washer dryer within this home?
I don't think that is standard,
Hmm.
something that they offer, but
Let's see.
we've seen that it is something you can get.
Yeah, it's in there.
So
Usually when they're trying to sell their
people
spec
are getting
homes,
it.
they'll
Yeah.
throw those in there. Yeah, GE
Yeah.
appliances, washer dryer, which is really big. This model right here this is kind of a go-to model that they do have. You can have them with big covered lanais in the back. They're very different when they're laid out. When you're looking at the home from the front, you're thinking, okay, we're going to walk into a tiny home here, right? But
Hmm.
it's nearly 2,000 square foot. It's just how it's laid out with that shotgun style.
Right. And you do have tile in the secondary bathroom. They're on the walls.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not just
yep.
the plastic insert.
And these two bedrooms, right? It's kind of the 45-degree angle for your entryway. and it's
Hmm.
just different. You just don't see it anywhere else. So I'm
Yeah. So
interested in seeing the covered lanai and the bathroom. I got a feeling that they're gonna do let me see here, maybe not, but like the black trim around the showers in the bathroom.
we will see.
She's like, oh, maybe, I don't know. They do that a
I'm
lot though. They're
trying to think
really good
through
at
the
that.
catalog of homes I've been looking at.
They do that a lot. So these are your two kind of split rooms that you'll have. Brother, sister, brother, friend, wife, mistress. I don't know, but the split area that you always have. You
Mhm.
don't know. We don't know everybody's circumstances.
We're not judging. We're not
Yeah, we
judging.
ain't judging. Like whatever
We just sell you the house.
Yeah, you like the home, mistress, wife. Do you like it? I don't know. But yeah, here goes that big
The
covered
perfect
lanai. I always
home for
thought
your mistress. That whatever. What do you
covered
say?
lanai. But no, I mean
So
it's
did
just a
you
different
notice I'm
split.
showing the vents? I'm showing the vents in the ceiling
I
because
know
they do
why.
have the individual air intake in every bedroom. There's no holes cut above the door for ventilation.
That's Crystal's thing.
They went the extra step. You're going to have nice airflow in this home. You're not going to have a hot bedroom and a cold bedroom. They're all going to stay even.
But you know why they did that? Do you think they did that for the people, or do you think they did that because they couldn't do it any other way? Because look how high the doorways are. But they can do the long one, right? The long, skinny one. I've seen those before.
Yeah. They
I'm
didn't
gonna
have to make
go.
doorways that high. They could have
I'm
saved money maybe with shorter doors.
I'm gonna go with that. They want to do a quality job.
Yes.
Nobody else looks for these things but Crystal. She doesn't like when you can hear somebody in the other room talking or on the phone or watching TV or anything like that. But good point out there. There's the barn
Yeah.
door. Okay.
Yes.
We're looking for black trim on the shower is what we're looking for. But with the fixtures that they have in the home, yeah, they don't have it, right? Because
No, they
everything was
don't even have the
that
doors up, do they? It's just open.
everything was kind of that brushed color in the home there.
Do they have doors? Well, yeah, I really have liked every home that I've walked through in this
Yeah.
community. I
So
mean, they've
this is a good
all been
question for
clean.
you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Would you consider Richmond American to be entry level or move up?
They can be. I think they can be either, depending on
I
which
know it's
community
weird.
you're looking at and which size home you're going for.
I know it.
If you've bought a Richmond American home, so you bought a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, first time home buyer kind of home, and you're having a second, third kids, you want a bigger home, you would probably want to buy from them again.
I
I'm
know it.
thinking, hoping you had a good experience and you could just move up into one of their bigger size models. So,
That's why, like, I consider them to be on the high end of entry level because
mhm.
the price points are just amazing and for what they're giving you, right? And so they're specking them out here, but traditionally what they do is they have a design studio where you can go and select your finishes and go spend an extra $20,000 on doorknobs and fixtures and that sort of thing. But what they're doing is they're taking all of the things that people mostly go to the studio with and they're just saying, hey, I'm going to put that in the home and I guarantee you'll like it. If not, you have another model right up the road and you can look into
Yeah.
that there.
Yeah, even at the high end, say you wanted to be in Winter Haven, with this 328,000, it's kind of the high end of what they have available, ready to move in right now. You could come into Winter Haven and find a DR Horton for that price, but some of these features are going to be different,
Well,
and
way
some
different.
of the quality is going to be different. So,
Nothing
yeah,
bad
let's
about
go
that. I think
fifteen
you and
minutes.
me are gonna close the DR Horton home like either this week or next week. Like, so we
Yeah,
do help people with those. We get great deals on them, but that's what when you're competing with. It's like,
yeah, and a lot of it's location driven. Like if you're just really adamant that you don't want to be in this neighborhood and out in Lake Wales, you want to be in Winter Haven, well then that's one thing. But if you don't mind being 10 minutes out of Winter Haven and being in this community, which I think is beautiful,
sure,
I think you're going to get some more features.
yeah. And Lake Wales, and I don't think I said this yet on this channel at least. They have denied, right? The city of Lake Wales has denied so many development projects because they don't like the way that they look. They're very particular with how they want the city to develop, right? So unlike Winter Haven, where I feel like they just accept anything that comes their way. I feel like Lake Wales is they're more strategic with how they want it to look and develop, if that were to make sense. I'm always seeing articles on they've shot down another development proposal, right? And they want things, less homes, more lot sizes, whatever it may be. They're the rear load homes. They're really, switching these things up out here. So Lake Wales, it's kind of
That's
like
interesting.
the southern Lake Alfred, maybe.
Yeah, there's similarities. I think Lake Wales has more as far as downtown and what they offer
Yeah.
community wise. So Lake Wales has a lot of festivals throughout the year out on the lake. They'll have music and all kinds of stuff
Food
going on. It's
trucks and
yeah,
parades, and they have more community than Winter Haven does.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
My son played baseball for Lake Wales for a little while, so every time we're at the baseball fields, there was something going on over by the lake, that we'd have to
Oh,
go check
always, always. They have a really, really strong community there. I know a lot of people aren't really happy that I'm like showing homes in Lake Wales. I get that from time to time, and I'm just like, hey, look, Lake Wales is doing such a great job. Like, if the city wasn't putting so much money into downtown, like they're doing that because they want more people to visit. So
out.
if you don't like
Yeah,
it,
as
go
long as it's
shopping in your city.
developed nicely, as long as it's developed nicely, it's going to be a benefit to those small business owners. You don't want to
Absolutely.
build a bunch of homes and then they sit empty like happened in what 2008, 2009 in
Exactly.
Polk County. Then, they had all these empty communities that they didn't finish for a few years. So you don't want that to happen.
So higher. So Lake Wales is if I'm like trying to categorize it, because a lot of people watch our videos and they see the areas and they see the places that I'm excited about and the places that I'm like, hey, it's just there. I would say like Lake Wales is somewhat like Lake Alfred, but further, if that makes sense, right?
It's further south.
Further
It's
south.
definitely further away from I-4.
Hmm.
But like you said, if you're working in the area and you're not having, I wouldn't want to live in Lake Wales if I was driving to Orlando all the
No,
time. I've known people that do it.
sure.
Wouldn't be what I would choose, but there's a lot of factories and manufacturing and everything out this way too. So,
And Highway 60 is the next I-4, people. Like
mhm.
it just has to happen, right? So great place to invest into. It may be a slower rise, but with what they're doing downtown, you see how Winter Haven is growing. I think Lake Wales is next, right? I was talking to the developers downtown Winter Haven 610, and they're just like, man, if I could, I'd buy up downtown Lake Wales. Like, they're bullish on it. And they're doing a great job here in Winter Haven, doing a lot. So okay, so incentives. Like, since we did our
Oh
ordeal,
goodness.
yeah, let's talk about it.
And we talked a little bit about the rate buy down. So your
Mhm.
first year, if you qualify, you could get an FHA, like the rate on your note would be 4.99, but for the first year, you're only going to pay 3.99. So that would help you move in, get settled, maybe get some furniture and other things you needed. And then that second year, your rate's going to go up. Your payment will go up with that. And you could do some figures, I guess, showing people what that might look like. But that would be 3.99 if you went FHA. Conventional, they can do 5.5, which that means your first year will be like 4.5.
Hmm.
USDA, you can do a buy down to 4.99% if you qualify. So,
Let me
and they
ask you
give,
this before I cut you off. Did you
mhm,
just bookmark what you were going to say?
yes.
All right, spoke about this on the episode that they've watched before this one, but the kickback that we would get from somebody who's probably not even buying, right? The people are just like, don't do a 2-1 or a 1 buy down or a buy down, because then you're going to get trapped into a rate that you could never. All right, so 3.99 for your first year. We're just not seeing it. But then the 1% that the rate that everybody would be yelling at you about, like, you're not going to afford 4.99. You tell me, is that an okay rate in
It's
today's?
below the average rate right
You won't find that anywhere else, right? So what they're saying
now.
is, we're going to make this easy for you to get in for your first year, and then the rate that you're going to have for the life of your loan, we're still going to beat everybody, you
Yeah,
know?
and it's a fixed rate at that point. It's not like
Exactly.
you're doing a balloon mortgage or a variable rate, which I do not recommend
Sure.
ever. That's
Sure.
where you really get messed up. This is black and white. This
Yeah.
is how it's going to be. So,
4.9. I mean, people, we are gladly helping people get 30-year fixes right now at 4.99 without the extra rate buy down for the first year. And we're just like, great job. You made. So it's a good rate. It is a good rate. On
yes.
top of, if we can get you the closing costs paid for, maybe throw in the blind package or the washer dryer, all of these things that we could probably mix and match for you to help you out.
Yes.
Yep.
They do 3% of the base price plus 10,000. At the time I talked with this with the rep there that
Right around six
towards
percent.
your closing cost. Huh?
Right around 6% total, depending on the price of the home.
Yeah, they said if you do 10% down on a conventional, they can do 6% of the base price. If you do less than that 10% down, they can only do 3%.
Okay.
But yeah, FHA USDA is 3% of the base price plus 10,000 towards your rate buy down and your closing costs.
Awesome. Awesome. So we have some clients that are under contract with Richmond right now, right?
Yes, in
Okay.
Scenic Terrace.
In Scenic. Okay. Gotcha. So when do they close?
At the in July.
Okay.
It was supposed to be
Cool.
the end of July, but I think it's going to be a little bit like mid July.
Okay. Would love to hear their thoughts on the entire process with Richmond. I think these are things that we're going to start implementing to the channel, right? Bringing people on to talk about, okay, how was it when you were under contract? How was it after your first year? Do you feel like you got a good deal, et cetera? Just to give the viewers some good insight as to, what people are seeing out there.
That's right.
All right. Anything else for them before we hop off? How was the ski show this weekend?
It was excellent. It
Yeah.
was really, it's one of those that I left to just feel like, man, that was so much fun. Sometimes you leave and you're like, oh, that was a train wreck.
Yeah.
This week was fun. We got a lot of compliments. We have the Southern Regional Tournament this weekend. Be out there all weekend with Carolina team's going to perform, Tampa Bay team, Sarasota, and then of course our team and a bunch of individuals getting out there showing
Who's
what
our
they
who's our rival? Is it Sarasota?
pretty yeah all of them really, but yeah,
Yeah.
Sarasota. We've got some Winter Haven people that ski with Sarasota and stuff like that. So
Really? Why would they go
yeah,
down to Sarasota to ski? Why would they go an hour and a half,
it,
2 hours away to go ski?
I don't know.
When you have the ski capital of the world in your background.
Right?
You're living in the ski capital of the world. Do you know where actually water ski sports started? This is a good one for you to know.
I've been told, but yeah, I don't. I
Where?
don't recall. I know
Where?
it wasn't here. I know it didn't begin. It
I
wasn't
was told.
invented here.
Well, what I was told was Lake Wales actually.
It was popularized in Winter Haven, I know.
Okay. From what I
Yeah.
read, Lake Wales is kind of so it's all over the place. But one thing for sure, water ski capital of the world is Winter Haven, and
Yeah.
so you felt like the show went well, yeah?
Yeah. We actually do one of the festivals that Lake Wales has every year. We go out and do a small show for
Hmm.
them for their festival. So, yeah.
Very nice. So if any of you all see Miss Crystal out there, make sure you say hi. Sometimes she is the main part of the show. Other
Right now,
times
I'm
she's
one of the main characters, and then
yeah.
we'll see after tournament if we continue that show. People start to go on vacations and relax a little bit after tournament, and then we have to kind of reconfigure the show to fit what people are there. So,
Question for you though before we hop off. So like when you tap into your character, like your alter ego, like
mhm.
for your show, like what's your routine to like tap into that character?
It's really not that hard. But the costume, we had the full costume. Well, I have three costume changes, but the first one we wore was like this very ballerina hair in the bun with a flower and gloves and the whole deal. And that made me feel, I was like, oh, I'm feeling it. Like I
Yeah,
feel the part now. Yeah.
gotcha. Well,
Well,
make sure you all check that out. I have yet to go to a ski show at Silver Lake, so
boo.
we're
Where's
gonna
my
pop up.
sound effects?
Yeah,
Boo.
we'll pop up on you pretty soon, and we'll surprise you with the drone. You got your drone
Yeah.
in, by the way.
8 a.m. Saturday is when we will be performing. So
Yeah, is
I
that
don't
the
know. You
last one?
probably get up that early to go golf. So
Man, you are wrong for that one because you're right.
no,
You're right for that one. You're right,
I'm
but you're
right.
wrong. You're right, but you're wrong. Okay, all right. So hey, listen, if you are not subscribed, what the Crystal? Tell them what to do if they're not subscribed.
Hit the link below. I guess
It's
there's a
super
button.
easy. Like if you
Yeah.
look down below the video and you see something that says subscribe, that means you're not subscribed. And you click that and confetti will go everywhere and it'll be like, "Yay, you're finally subscribed." Hit the like button, comment down below if you have any questions on areas or do you like this home? Do you dislike this home? We want to know those things. So, but yeah, we'll
Yeah.
catch you guys on the
And
next one.
share the video. You never know who's
Share it.
shopping. Share it
Where could they share it?
on their Facebook, their Instagram story,
What about
which is
TikTok?
kind of complicated. I don't know why Instagram makes it so complicated, but Facebook's the easiest place to share it. If you know a
What
friend that's looking to buy, just send them a text with
what
a
about
link to
TikTok?
it. I guess you can do that too.
What
I'm not. I've
you
never
don't have a
really done.
TikTok?
I have a TikTok, but I don't use it a lot.
Oh,
I just kind of post videos of my dog. I'm kind of
oh,
a
it's a
dork.
dog TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, you can share it to TikTok too, people. You
Yeah.
can. Okay, we'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.
All right. Bye.